So welcome back everyone to Finding Forex and another weekly outlook video. It is currently Monday and we are on a bank holiday over in the United Kingdom, but the markets still go live, and even on a bank holiday on Sundays, they are still going around and turning around. So we are looking for some opportunities to make some money out of the markets. In this video, I'm just going to be going through all of my pairs. I'm going to be going through my top-down analysis. Am I going to be looking to buy, sell, not really enter into the markets? And maybe at the end of the video, we will touch on some news as well. Also, I feel like it's worth mentioning that I do also offer one-to-ones. If you go for the one-to-ones option, you also get signals access as well. So you get the one-to-ones and VIP signals access. So you pretty much get the VIP signals access free of charge. So you can learn from me and you can make some money as well. What more could you want? So at the moment, we're looking at GBP USD, and now we are actually approaching all-time lows. If we go, we actually have to go onto the monthly time frame to see what we're looking at. And if we go onto the monthly time frame, as you can see, we've got a nice little support zone here, coming in a few times, going in a few times, and then breaking through nicely. And this is where we hit. This was when we announced we was going for lockdowns and COVID had started to really get a grip. As you can see, aggressively pushed off of this area last time. This was in 2020, like I said, during the pandemic. Coming back down to this zone now, and we are finding some rejection on the daily time frame. As you can see, we've come into this zone here, and we are creating a little bit of a pin bar at this level. But does that mean I want to be buying GBP USD at the moment? And probably not. As you can see, if we just look on the daily time frame since, I would say about, zoom out. Since about the 1st of June of 2021, we've been actually trending downwards slowly and quite a bit choppy. Remember, this is on the daily time frame as well, so one of these candles might be like 100 pips. So since around the highs of, in fact, May or June time, of when one English pound was worth £1 or 140 US dollars, we have just been trickling slowly downwards because the US dollar has been gaining a lot of strength. We come into this zone here, we bounced in, we bounced again, we got a bit of a break, a bit of a retest, maybe a double top formation and continue lower. What I would like to see from GBP USD is a bit of a bullish run. I think that I would want to, I don't want to sell here, but I don't want to buy here because at the moment we are at all-time lows, so selling here would be foolish. Buying here may also be a bit foolish as well because of how strong the US dollar has been. So what I would be looking to do is getting in on a sell, but potentially up here. So what we could do here is we could have our stop losses just above like that, okay? And then we could even take profits all the way down at these previous lows, giving us just over a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. Apart from that, there's not really much happening. We are on the 4-hour time frame. There's not really much going on apart from that. We are just still trending downwards, and this would be a good opportunity to sell if we can get a retracement into this 121 area. So moving on to GBP JPY. As you can see, this is a trade that we're currently in the premium signals group. If it does go against us, I'm not really too fussed. Not all the time do trades work out. As you can see, we're still just about in this trade. Our stop loss was in a nice position. Once again, we are consolidating on GBP JPY. We're going sideways. We did find some buying support here. We did have a buy in this zone, but we had a buy in this zone over here. So for like almost a week, a full week, we was just consolidating in a really tight range. So I thought best to get out in some profits, because that's what we did do. We got out in some profits. Because what could have happened, something like this, an easy spike, we don't know, we'd have had to wait and see, but not something we really want to be in, and we closed in profits, so it didn't really matter anyway. So what we're seeing now is a huge bullish run. We've come to a daily level. If we go onto the daily time frame, we've come to a pretty good daily level. We've got a nice quadruple top. We've got a nice few touches out on the daily, there, and then we've just tapped into this and rejected all the way. And I'm looking to buy into GBP JPY, hopefully back down here. We'll just have to wait. We'll have to be patient. On the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, we are touching on this level and we are rejecting quite nicely. As you can see, once again, we've just touched in here. Just really simple stuff. Potentially there may be a bit more of a retracement. So if we go get our Fibonacci tool out, we go from those previous highs to those previous lows. maybe it might be a good opportunity to get into a sell a bit further up. So if we quickly grab our rectangle out, maybe get it for a sell up here somewhere on the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement. That might be a good opportunity to get in for some sells as well. I don't really see it coming there. That zone's not hugely visible and it doesn't really look that strong, so we'll just have to wait and see. If I was to get in, I wouldn't be placing limits there. I would be waiting to see price come into this zone, respect that zone, and then I'd be looking to place sales if that was the case. So we'll just remove that for now because there's no point having it, because it's not a really major zone. This is a major zone, this is a major zone, and this is a major zone, and that's what we're looking to trade off. So that's GBP JPY. Looking for sales at the moment. Maybe if we come up into here, we can get some more sales, or if it keeps rocketing through, we may be looking for sales up here. If we was to look for buys, probably down in this zone at about the 160 mark. So moving on to GBP New Zealand dollar. Now, although it does say we got taken out, we closed this trade out manually in some profits. There was on the 1 hour time frame, which is where I was looking at this. We did start to see some bullish price action. So after I saw this bullish candle here, I thought, right, we've had a few rejection candles, but we've had this quite bullish candle come after it. Not very wicky, so there aren't too many wicks on it. There aren't not really a lot of things going on. So we did close it, which we are out of this trade now. We would have been tapped out just before it rocketed into our profits. GBP AUD, not really much going on here. I think we're consolidating on GBP AUD as well. If we go on to the higher time frames like the daily, we are technically trending down, so we had a bit of consolidation here. We had a nice breakout. We got lower lows and lower highs. So we got lower low, lower low, lower high, or no, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. You get the gist. So this could be maybe a retracement, so something like that. And then maybe come back into this level again where we look for some more sells. That would be pretty good. So sells in here, which is where we've rejected off previously. You could maybe have your stop losses above here. This is on the daily time frame. I think that would be a bit too much. But even so, you could target all the way down at this lower area, and you can get 1,000 pips and almost a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio, even with a 240 pip stop loss. So that would be slightly more of a swing trade. In fact, not slightly, it would have been a complete more of a swing trade. So that's what I'm looking for on GBP AUD. As you can see, rejecting quite nicely on the 4 hour time frame as well. So if this candle can close as is, maybe we'd look to enter. But given the time, this candle will close at 6 PM UK time. And it's currently 4:15 at the time of recording this video, and markets have been slow already today anyway. And then moving into the Asian session, we could only see some sideways movement anyway, and then maybe when the London session hits, we could get some unnecessary spikes into losses, and it could just be a headache. So judging from the time and what's happening, we probably won't be looking to enter into this trade anymore. NZD USD, if we go onto the daily time frame, like so, we are trending downwards once again. The US dollar has just been really strong. There's just not much you can do since, once again, even the 21st of October 2021, we've just been seeing this rally to the downside. So the US dollar is getting really strong, and pretty much the whole thesis is the US dollar is very strong, and pretty much everything that's traded against the US dollar is going down. And I'm pretty sure even if we go into gold, once again is trending down. If we go into Euro USD, once again trending down. We're currently bouncing around the $1 mark, so €1 is the equivalent to $1 US. Once again though, huge trend back downwards, and this is pretty much across the whole board. If we look on the US dollar pairs, huge trend up. We look on this US dollar pair, huge trend up. If we can see, if we just go along here, huge trend up. We are starting to get some maybe double top. Maybe we're seeing some rejection, but then you could say we've got a higher low here. We've got a nice zone there to trade off of. Essentially, the whole gist of it is I wouldn't be looking to sell the US dollar at the moment, most definitely. So let's go back onto NZD USD. What we're going to be looking for is a jump down onto the lower time frames. And we're going to be looking for maybe a push into here. Maybe what we could do down in here, and I know this contradicts what I said, but we could be looking to get into this position down here, where we could get a nice scalp. I say a scalp, we'd get 390 pips. We'd have our stop losses down here. We could have a really, really tight stop loss. We could have take profit all the way up to this previous zone. We could get a scalp to the upside, and then potentially what we could see is a short position back up here. Now, I would personally be more confident in the short position, but obviously for the short term, a nice little retracement up into this zone would be nice. So this would be a pretty risk-free trade because a lot of people have the take profits down here. A lot of people have buy limits down here. So it wouldn't be ridiculous to say we'd get some interaction at this level where we see a push up and then a push back down once we get to around where we're trading at now. That's what I'd be looking for on NZD/USD. That looks like a really nice couple of setups, to be fair. NZD/JPY, similar to pretty much like GBP/JPY. We are heading downwards. If we look on GBP/JPY, which we are here, so we have got the break and the retest. If we look on NZD/JPY, we have got sort of like a break of this zone here, like so. And then like a little break and then a little retest, and we are trickling downwards once again. For NZD/JPY, I would be looking to go onto the higher time frames to target a zone. We had a huge spike here. This would be the zone that I would like to target that I've got drawn on at the moment. Real beautiful zone. Act as a support, not really broken. So what I'd be looking to do is get a long position into here, like so. Targets this previous high. This is where we've had some nice interaction. We have had a bit of a spike out. That's nothing to really worry about now because it's already happened. And we can have our take profit. We're just below this little wick here. 44 pip take stop loss and 341 pip take profit for a nice little 1 to 8 nearly risk reward. So between NZD/USD and NZD/JPY, if these trades were meant to come in, we'd be looking at about a 16% account gain. That's once again assuming that it was going to be happening. If we're looking at gold on the daily time frame against the US dollar, huge trend to the downside. If we look on the weekly, we have had some nice interaction in here. Potentially this could have been just a spike down. So we've got the interaction, we've got the push below slightly, because if you're a retail trader, you'd have your stop losses. So they're all taken out, and maybe we want to move gold a little bit higher. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and be patient on this one. It does look like it wants to move higher, so we have got a bit of a doji down here, a bit of a bullish pin bar, and we are looking like we want to continue higher. But once again, that could be a break and a retest into this zone. So with gold, we're not really too sure how this would go. And on Wednesday, which is in a couple of days' time, we are getting interest rates decisions from the Fed. So depending on how that comes out, if it comes out hawkish, this would also push gold down. So we'd have to wait and see for that one. Looking at Euro USD, trading at $1, €1 for $1 US. Every time the prices come into this zone, it's always had an aggressive reaction out of it. So if we look on the daily time frame, we just go across, or the monthly time frame, we just go across. Every time it's come into this zone, it's always aggressively pushed up or down. So it came into this zone and then pushed aggressively down. It came into this zone and aggressively pushed up. Keep moving along. This is a very, very big zone that traders like to trade off of. As you can see, because it came into this zone, we had a bit of rejection, then we just rocketed down. So anytime there's a reaction at this level, it's either going to plummet or it's going to push straight up. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to happen this time, but judging from what's happened in the past, it could happen again. So we'll just have to wait and see with this one. Moving on to Euro JPY. We're coming into a bit of a zone here. We can maybe drag this across like so. So we got a bit more relevance. So we got like previous swing highs here. We've had a touch here, touch here. So if we just go across like that, like so. Now I know I've just quickly done this one, but this is also on the monthly time frame. So we'll switch down to the daily. Look up. We got a nice little double top here. So we are trending downwards. We will be trending downwards once we start to get some real movement. But I'd like to see him push into this zone. This which is more clear on the 4-hour time frame. I'd like to get a push down into this zone where we've had some nice interaction, tested a resistance, tested a support. I'd like to see a buy because we are in overall short-term uptrend, so potentially looking for buys on this pair wouldn't be the end of the world. Then we've got USD JPY. As you can see, I only really trade the majors and US dollar pairs. Pushing up, and then we've got this zone marked on because this was the last time it came into the $1.46 mark versus the yen. That's the last time it came up here for a long time, so I just put a ray in there so to let myself know that there'll be some interaction at this level. Once again, with this pair, I'd like to see a pullback all the way down here to buy, or at least a pullback of some sort before I look to buy, because buying at this price would be a bit silly in my opinion. Apart from that, not much going on with USD JPY. Moving on to USD CHF. This looks like a really nice pair. Respecting both our zones, we've got some nice interaction here, nice interaction up here. We can see we've got a nice bullish engulfing straight off of this on the daily time frame. So you could have maybe put a buy there and a buy there. You might have got a bit of a one-to-one, which isn't ideal, but you've got plenty of confluences in the fact that you've got a bullish engulfing, then you would be followed by like a pin bar and another pin bar and another pin bar, and it's all looking like quite bullish price action for now. And for USD CHF, probably a bit more of a scalp intraday. I know I said I wouldn't be looking to trade the against the US dollar, but I think that even something like that wouldn't look too bad, because it's going to be such short term. So if you look at this was only open for barely even a week. This was open for 4 days. Okay, so it is a bit more of a swing trade / intraday, but we won't be holding it long enough to warrant worrying about the US dollar rocketing too much, because I do think that we are looking for bullish price action. If we get some rejection in this area, we would look to sell. If we don't, we just don't enter the trade. It's that simple, so we can avoid an unnecessary loss. And then last but not least, CHF JPY. This is a really nice pair actually. I'd be looking to get a buy down here. I think that would be a really nice trade. If we go on to the long position, go up to there. Stop losses, we could have it just down there. And we could even just take hit TPs as they are, like so. And I think that would be fine. I think genuinely that would be fine. So we've got a bit of interaction. We've got a bit of a discounted price. We're looking to buy 1 to 6 risk to reward. You can't really get wrong. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Like I said, I do teach what I'm showing you now. We do one-to-ones. We do VIP signals. So not only can you learn with me, but you can earn as well. So I can teach you the strategy behind the trades, and then you can see it play out firsthand in the signals group, and you can make a bit of money while doing it. And then essentially, the one-to-ones end up paying for themselves anyway. So it does work out for everyone. I help you guys, and then you make some money back as well. So it's a good thing for everyone. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Like the video to keep these videos coming, and make sure you're subscribing to the channel. But this is Luke, and I'm signing out. Peace.